So let's learn and understand this parliamentary system. Then we started researching about parliament, watching videos of parliamentary proceedings. We'll sit down and watch 5 hours proceedings of parliament, the speaker and members of parliament debating on floor. We watch the Senate of Nigeria, House of Representatives of Nigeria, go to Kenya, Senate of Kenya, National Assembly of Kenya, go to South Africa, watch their proceedings, National Assembly proceedings, go to Trinidad and Tobago, watch their proceedings.
That is so
go
much.
To the United States of America, watch their proceedings, go to United Kingdom, House of Commons, House of Lords, and we were just watching, learning, asking questions to whoever we meet to understand how things go. When we are about to start, we had literally nothing to start, from money to ropes to resources to members. How do we do differently from other capacity building groups is that the other groups, they hold a seminar, and at the end of the seminar, that's it, you're on your own. But for we, the more you attend sittings and participate in our programs, the more you keep on learning. And in addition, at sittings, you have the opportunity to speak and there test most of the things you have been taught. So it is like we teach you, you practice. Practice makes man perfect.
You are welcome back to this channel, Voice and Vice Podcast. I want to believe you are doing well. I'm very happy to be on your screen once again. My name is Amegashie-Viglo. Today, I'm joined by Mr. Jones Amegashie-Viglo, one of the founding minds behind the Youth Impact Parliament. We are going to have a very educative conversation on youth and their involvement in politics. Yes, so as the founding member of one of the founding minds behind the Youth Impact Parliament, he's going to help us digest the topic to perfection. Let me put it that way. Yeah, so he's so passionate about amplifying the voices of young people and creating platforms where ideas and policies and social lives are being shaped. With a strong background in youth leadership and civic engagement, he continues to mentor and inspire young people across the country. We would be talking about his journey and the vision behind the Youth Impact Parliament and why empowering the next generation for our future. You are welcome.
Thank you very much, bro.
I want to believe you are doing very, very well.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. So we've been hearing about the good things you are doing in the region and across Ghana at large. Why the Youth Impact Parliament?
Thank you very much, Vandek, for this opportunity to be on your screen on this important podcast. So, Youth Impact Parliament, a brand a lot of people have been hearing about, is there as a platform for capacity building.
Okay.
The question is that, why do youths need capacity building? Which answers why YIP is there. You see, a lot of youths just dream about being in positions of higher leadership without having adequate training for that. Holding leadership positions are not just about I want to be or I have passion for. If you don't have the right training for it, you go there and you struggle on the job. You'd have to learn on the job. You have to learn the protocols of the job and what to do and what not to do as a leader. Youth Impact Parliament answers that question for our young and potential future leaders of the Republic. So we are here to train them for that purpose, to be better leaders in the future.
I think I'm liking this already. And I want to believe I will learn so much. In fact, one thing I find difficult to do is politics. It's very difficult. You will not see me make any comment about politics. You will not. In fact, it's something that is so difficult for me. So I think I will be learning something new today, and I want to believe you are also going to learn something new.
Sure.
Now, let me take you back. Who is Amegashie-Viglo Jones?
Thank you very much. Jones Amegashie-Viglo is a young man born in Ho, the Water region, and he attended a lot of K schools from Kaburi to Ketasku to Ho Technical University and KNUST.
Wow.
He is someone very passionate about politics, and in particular, governance and parliamentary procedure.
Oh, okay.
He loves God, and due to that, he serves in the house of God as a drummer, in addition, a musician. In short, he's a very open person, ready to prepare our youth for the future. And that's who Jones Amegashie-Viglo is.
Wow. I think in my next life, I want to be like you. All right, so let's kickstart our conversation. You've mentioned in your earlier submission that the youth need capacity building so as to be able to man up enough for whatever role they found themselves in the future. All right, so what birthed the idea? What birthed the idea of building the capacity of the youth?
Thank you very much. This particular passion ignited when I was in Ho Technical University pursuing my HND. So, for the time when I entered Ho Technical University as a first year, for that particular year, I will be sincere, I didn't do anything in politics.
Okay.
Because my dad had painted the picture that you have to learn. So when I came in first year, the focus was all about getting my grades right and my foundations right. Now, going into the second year, the passion started igniting. So now I have a good foundation in academics, right? Hotness. I want to do politics. And there was the departmental association called PROMAX, the Professional Marketers Association of Ghana Students.
That suggests that you read marketing?
Yes, I read marketing. So I was interested in a portfolio getting to the end of first year, and I contested for the position of organizing secretary for PROMAX, and I lost.
Wow.
I lost. I took it kind-heartedly. And the new president then said he would appoint me as the chairman for the planning and organizing committee.
Okay.
Now, how did things turn up? That particular year, the SRC president came from marketing, and he saw how I handled myself with the defeat. And he said he liked how exactly I handled this matter. And he wants to put me into one of his committees at the SRC. And he asked, where do I want to be? And I said, judicial. I'm kind of liking this parliament stuff. So I want to be in his judicial committee.
Oh, okay.
So in the second year, I was the chairman for the PROMAX Planning and Organizing Committee, and then SRC Judicial Committee member. And there I started spotting the issues. In PROMAX, for instance, our leaders there do not even have a direction. They are just holding their positions. They don't know their left and right. I saw a fundamental problem. The constitution was outmoded.
Okay.
And there I was like, okay, even when the people are good and the foundations are weak, as Dr. Bamia says, the exchange rate will expose you. So I decided that I'll contest for president in the next year and ensure that we get a new constitution. And coming back to SRC, a similar problem was there. They were so passionate about the SRC, but their approach, their way of handling issues, and they as leaders was questionable. They'll come to sittings, yell, they don't propose any solution, lament all day, time is wasted. I was like, come on, you are calling yourself SRC General Secretary, this faculty president, but when you come to sitting, the way you carry yourself, it's nothing to write home about. That was a problem there. And in addition, at the SRC as well, their constitution was outmoded. So the interest first started with solving the fundamental problem of constitutions. Okay. This problem that I saw at Promax led to me pursuing a new constitution that they have, bringing to play the office of the Speaker of the Promax House of Marketers, Chief Justice. And at SRC, as of then, SRC didn't have a parliament. They had a General Assembly system chaired by the SRC president, which was fundamentally wrong with respect to separation of powers. So I was like, there is a problem here. I want to do something about it.
Let me get it.
Yeah.
All the things you are mentioning, for me, I'm already lost. But for me to come back, I want to find out how have you been mentored in the line of politics and parliamentary stuff, or you just birth the idea? I want to get it right. That is why I'm asking this question.
To answer your question before I continue is that my dad is also a politician and he mentors me. Okay. So already it is in the genes.
Yes.
It is in the genes before I got there. But the problems over there ignited my passion.
Your passion. Okay.
Yes. I'm getting to the YIP, but just explaining some fundamentalities leading to it. So as I saw these issues, I was passionate about the fact that SRC needed its constitution reviewed and they need to instill the parliamentary system where they have a speaker.
Okay.
And that was where the team picked up from. Because now we want SRC to have a parliament. Now they should not just have a parliament. They must learn how to be better parliamentarians.
Okay.
But first, the parliament has to be there. So we picked it up from there. Like joke, SRC now has a new constitution of which I supervise over that. And then now we're out of school. So we have suffered so much for students. And then there is nothing for the youth. Do we have to go back to school again before we can benefit from the structures over there? It shouldn't be so. So as of 2019, I had the interest, but I wasn't having approval from myself, my instincts.
Okay.
So as of 2019, we wanted to start, but there was no approval from the spirit. Mm-hmm. So like, okay, now we are talking about foundation. Let's build the foundations ourselves. Then I've been communicating with Amano as of then, Amano David Na, who is one of the co-founders, and Elikem Agbo as well. We are communicating. Okay, so let's learn and understand this parliamentary system. Then we started researching about parliament, watching videos of parliamentary proceedings. We'll sit down and watch 5 hours proceedings of parliament, the speaker and members of parliament debating on floor. We watch the Senate of Nigeria, House of Representatives of Nigeria, go to Kenya, Senate of Kenya, National Assembly of Kenya, go to South Africa, watch their proceedings, National Assembly proceedings, go to Trinidad and Tobago, watch their proceedings.
That is so
go
much.
To the United States of America, watch their proceedings, go to United Kingdom, House of Commons, House of Lords, and we were just watching, learning, asking questions to whoever we meet to understand how things go. And in 2021, specifically on the 22nd of April 2021, the go-ahead finally came. Wow. Jones, Amano, Raymond, start Youth Impact Parliament. And that was how it started.
Wow.
So it was basically to create opportunity for the youth. But before that opportunity has to be created, there must be a foundation.
Yes. So you have to learn.
Yes.
Wow.
That is it.
I just love the passion attached to all these things. Going length and breadth to gather information, watching videos,
Yes. Asking questions.
buying data.
Buying data. Oh, yes. We bought data, downloaded parliamentary proceedings. Whilst people were watching TikTok videos and the rest, we were downloading parliamentary proceedings to watch MPs yelling on floor, debating and arguing.
Wow.
Someone will see it as a waste of time. It was a foundation for a greater future.
So that is how Youth Impact Parliament started.
Yes.
Wow.
That is how it started.
Wow. So yourself and your co-founders, after you had the go ahead, how did you kickstart the project?
Thank you so much. So this is usually a problem that a lot of people do not really tackle well when they are starting youth groups and other groups. When we are about to start, we had literally nothing to start, from money to ropes to resources to members. We had nothing. So we came up with an idea. Okay, we want to start, right? SRC has started, right? Because as of then, the SRC started. So we're like, okay, SRC should lend us at least a couple of ropes. We went, first, we had to call on a few friends of ours. We told them that we want to start this youth group, but we want to hold the first sitting to test the waters.
Okay.
We have appointed the 8th of May 2021 at the SRC JCR for the inaugural first sitting. Please come. We told about 25 to 30 people. Around 15 to 20 came on that day. And by the time we were finishing the sitting on that day, it was left with 5 people. It was left with 5 people. Yes.
Was it boring?
Quite a number of them didn't understand
the whole
what
process.
we were doing.
Okay.
Because to them, they only knew SRC. So this youth parliament, where is it coming from? So when we started, it was boring for them. They left. But a couple of people stayed. Five people were there at the end. We started around 3 o'clock. And then it ended around 6 o'clock. When you go and check the video for the first sitting, at the last minutes to the end of the video, the room was totally so dark. You couldn't see anyone. So we just called our colleagues. We are holding a sitting. First, it started with the name H2 Youth Parliament.
Okay.
Because we needed something to ban it. But by August, we broke off. It wasn't like we broke off, but we just rebranded it and it took the name Youth Impact Parliament. Later I'll talk about the name. But that was how it started. A couple of friends, we are doing this is what we are going to do. So we started, SRC speaker came, saw us in, and then we started the debate. We spoke about a couple of stuffs around 6 o'clock when the place was dark. And then we called it a day. That was how it started.
Wow. So, okay. For me, the only time I get to watch parliamentary debates is when they are showing it in the news. I don't have time to watch how parliamentary proceedings are carried. Can you take us through how it is done briefly?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you very much. So, proceedings of parliaments, 80%, 60 to 80% of what they do is a standardized practice in all parliaments. Let me use Parliament of Ghana. So, before the sitting starts, the speaker process with the clerks of parliament and the marshal in front, holding the mace of parliament. They process in solemnly, and then the speaker goes to his dais and to his table and takes his seat. Then prayers are said. Then from there, Mr. Speaker reads communication from the president, and therefore he reads his own communications. Then after that, they always approve the votes and proceedings and official reports of previous sittings. The votes and proceedings are basically minutes of previous sittings. Then from there, they go to the first business. Usually, if no business is set, they take the business committee statement, which outlines the business to be done for that entire week. Then after that, per the business, they can decide to take questions from ministers. That is where you see the foreign minister, Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, coming to answer questions from MPs. You see the Minister of Finance, Honorable Dr. Atufosin, coming to answer questions. Why the 24-hour economy, how is it going, how much is coming to their districts and constituencies. Then from there, they can decide to go straight to papers, which is legislative instruments, and then all those, maybe an agreement for this, could be a treaty, it could also be a loan agreement, and all those. They come, so the committee chair tables it, and then that is done. Then from there, they can go to consideration of bills. Bills are tabled, so they do the first reading, they lay it, and then if they want to go to consideration, that's where they come. Mr. Speaker, the clause reads that the Director General shall be the this and that. It should rather read that the Director General is the head of the authority. And then Mr. Speaker will put the question. Honourable members in favour of this amendment say aye.
Aye.
Not in favour say nay. The ayes have it. They'll go through, and then all. Then from there, if they have a motion to properly debate, for instance, they are continuing the debate on the mid-year budget review, then they will continue. A member from MPP, a member from NDC, they'll debate sector by sector, and then they will conclude with some few business. And then after they are done, the Speaker adjourns the House. Honourable members, this House do now stand adjourned to tomorrow 10 a.m. in the funnel, bangs the gavel, and they walk away. That is how process.
Wow. In fact, you watching me, do you know all this process? If you know, it's a plus. It's a feather in your cap. All right, so if you are still watching us, in fact, this platform is to educate all of us. I am learning something new today, and I want to believe you are also watching and learning. Stick with us. We are just starting. I'm going to ask him so much to clear my ignorance in line with the parliament setup and the framework and whatever. You see, I even lack the right words to use, but I think that we will all learn today. All right. So, how do we ensure inclusivity? That is to say, our young men, women, people located in the rural areas and all that. How do you blend all these things? Because I want to believe that in your parliament, you have people who represent districts, people who represent constituencies and all that. How do you ensure that they are all connected? Yeah.
So thank you very much. Youth Impact Parliament is a nationalistic thing. So it is not that it is based in Ho, so it is only for people of the Volta region. It is a nationalistic thing.
Okay.
We have all the 276 constituencies represented. However, noting that it operates in Ho, we have allowed that there are virtual sittings held so that members who cannot attend sittings physically will attend virtually. We are in a growing world with technological advancement. We cannot keep on limiting ourselves. The forms are open to anyone and everyone who is interested. We are not restricting it to any age, class, or race. We have Muslims, part of us. We have Christians. We have traditionalists. We have the young. We have the old, married men. We have assembly members, part of us. SRC presidents, secretaries, speakers of parliaments of different parliaments, SRC parliaments, and all those. Unit committee members, a lot of people part of us. Currently, we have one disabled person. Let's not call them. They are differently abled person called Elijah Akoto. He has been part of us. He is currently a third term member of this house. And Youth Impact Parliament is actually bicameral. We have the Senate as well. In the Senate too, we have another differently abled person who is more of a special kid. He is a deputy marshal. So as much as possible, we include them. And in addition, we ensure that at every level of leadership, there is a female represented. So among the speakers, speaker, first and second deputy speakers, one must be a female. When you come to the clerks, it's mostly dominated by the females, no problem. The marshals dominated by male, no problem. But when it comes to caucus leadership, the majority leaders and minority leaders, there must be a female to be part of them. Okay. It's a strict convention that we adhere to.
Okay.
Because we want to ensure that both sides of the gender are well represented. So as much as possible, we are open to everyone and anyone. People come from Tamale, people come from Western region, from Bono region to attend our sittings, and they go back. All voluntary, they pay their own transportations.
Wow.
So if a time comes that we have funding, we'll give them transportation allowance. They come for sittings in Ho, and then after that they go back. Even yesterday we held a sitting. One guy came from Koforidua, Akropong, and he left. We closed the sitting around 6 o'clock there. He left after we closed. He said he was just enjoying that he couldn't have left. Although he know that he will have to go to Accra before going to Akropong and reach the house today, he just wanted to experience everything before going.
Wow.
Yeah.
That means if you are doing something so great and you want to plead with your spirits that you continue, you don't stop on the way.
Don't stop on the way.
Okay, so I want to believe that as part of this project, there must be some testimonies. Let me put it that way. Testimonies, not as in church testimony, but testimonies. Let's say someone has gone through the whole process, the whole Youth Impact Parliament is now holding a national position, or let's say maybe an assemblyman who is doing so well just because of the capacity built over the years through the Youth Impact Parliament.
Yes, thank you very much. We have a couple of people who are part of us that are holding national offices and then student offices. The current SRC president of Old Technical University has been part of us, who was our second deputy speaker. And she is currently the SRC president, Magdalene Idiakon. The new SRC president, who is representing Ketu North, is still part of us. The current presiding member for North Town Assembly, Honorable Kofi Che Azeto, is part of us. The SRC president for WOSCO, Jackson College, UHAS, their speaker is part of us. The one of the unit committee members of Amevo, Electoral Area C Amevo, is part of us. And a lot of NASPA executives and councillors getting to 10 to 15 of the ones I know about are part of us. We have, of course, some church elders are also part of us. So we have expanded to a lot of people. Now coming to the testimony, one of our leaders, Deputy Majority Leader Vixen Baiselon, he joined since the first parliament. And he says, compared to him as of then and now, YIP has actually improved him. Because Youth Impact Parliament is created is to basically build your capacity in public speaking, parliamentary business, social norms and values. And when it comes to public speaking, he says, if not for Youth Impact Parliament, he wouldn't have the confidence to speak like how he's speaking today. We have a couple of people, Robert Fiaonu, Youth Impact Parliament has been able to give him that edge and confidence to speak. The current First Deputy Speaker, Honorable Enoch Sodoji, if not for Youth Impact Parliament, he wouldn't have this confidence that he has today in life. the current SRC president as well. Youth in Power Parliament has actually taught her the hierarchies of leadership. And now that she's SRC president, she's applying some of these principles because we invite a lot of people, even substantive members of parliament, who come to our house to speak with us. In January 2024, Honorable Member for Ho West, Honorable Emmanuel Bejwa, sat through our proceedings from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. to witness everything. Yes. And he spoke for not less than at least an hour to teach us and mentor us. And not only him, we had a lot of people, Honorable Oyome, Honorable Eden Totosu, and a lot of them, even DCs, Divine Bosom, Honorable Etonan Flolu, Honorable Peter Nachukotetu has attended us a couple of times. And not only him, Lawyer Andrew Sadugu has attended, Dr. Harrison Belly, and not only them, Julius Anthony has also coached us before, Eric Koranche, and a lot of people have spoken on our platforms to build us. And when you are consistent in what we do, you will surely reap your benefits.
You will surely reap your benefit.
Yeah.
So, a novice like me who doesn't know anything about parliamentary proceedings, let's to even talk about politics in general. If I join this group, are you sure I will learn something new?
Oh yes, you will, definitely. Because you see, what we do differently from other capacity building groups is that the other groups, they hold a seminar, and at the end of the seminar, that's it. You are on your own. But for we, the more you attend sittings and participate in our programs, the more you keep on learning. And in addition, at sittings, you have the opportunity to speak and there test most of the things you are being taught. So it is like we teach you, you practice. Practice makes man perfect. That is how you become better. And for most of these political dynamics, they are being discussed on floor. When our guests come, they speak about them. And we record every single video of ours. So when you are that committed and you watch our videos, you will surely learn and understand some of these things. Some of these things. For instance, when the honorable member for Keta came, Honorable Jijoli, when he came, he spoke a lot about how things are done. One of the things he said is that for him there, he is known for asking questions. So any MP who wants to ask questions but wouldn't have time, he will send the question to him and he will ask. And that our members didn't know. In addition, one of the things that people didn't know about MPs is that they thought MPs are developmental officers. And an uncountable number of people said, if not for Youth in Power Parliament, they wouldn't have known that they are not to hold the member of parliament accountable for developmental projects.
So if the maybe let's say road project in your constituency or your area vicinity isn't good, it's not.
They hold the neck of the MP instead of the DC or minister. He said if not for YIP, they wouldn't have known that the right person is the minister or the DC. Yes.
Wow.
So a lot of these things, as you are committed, you will just be learning them. You just be picking them up, sometimes from group discussions, and then you are just picking them one by one.
I think today is my first time hearing this. Yeah, so if today is your first time hearing this, leave it in the comment section.
Yeah.
Leave it in the comment section. And also, if you are new, just subscribe to the channel and be part of this family. I want to ask this particular question. It's so dear to my heart. Okay. In leading such a youth group, what have you learned which the older generation overlook?
Thank you very much for this question. Now, to ask of what we have learned or I have learned that the older generation overlook, I will say that I wouldn't be able to exactly pinpoint to you because they are also catching up.
Okay.
They are also catching up. You see, one of the things that makes my leadership distinctive, that I'm happy members of parliament or other state officers are catching up is that availability is something that your followers cherish a lot. If the call cannot be reached, the message, you are not responding, they get irritated. For me, at any point in time that you call me, I'll pick. I try to scroll through my messages, and when I see it, I'll surely reply. So my accessibility is there, and members don't have issues reaching me. And it changes the dynamics of managing youth in parliament because the leader is accessible. We have been hearing these complaints that, oh, I took MP's number. Now MP is not replying my call again. You see, some people, they have a problem. You take the MP's number and you have offloaded all your financial problems on the MP. How do you expect him to pick your call? How do you expect him? He also has duties to fulfill. So the right thing to do is build relationship with the person. Let the person know you and have value for you. Then as time goes on, things will just work out if you need any support. But I don't just meet the person on the blue and throw all your burdens on him. Is it Jesus Christ? And you expect that. So when he's not picking, our MP is not picking my call. But you yourself, your approach was bad. Approach was bad. Luckily, our MPs are picking up. I'll give one good example. The member of parliament for Whole Central is that accessible, except to people who want to exploit him. They will not get him.
Okay.
But if you have given your value to him, he would always be reachable to you. At any point in time that I reach out to him, he picks and responds because of the value I've created. So it is just to members and to people, the new generation and our leaders, that as much as possible, they know they will try to be accessible. But you too, if you want to know them and you want them to know you, do it well. Okay, do it well. That's just it. Accessibility.
All right. So now we are going to jump into another segment or another dimension of our conversation today, and that is about the youth and national development. The youth and national development. What is the greatest untapped potential of the Ghanaian youth today?
Thank you so much. When it comes to the issue of untapped potential of the youth, it boils down to our environment, okay? Because as much as you want a seed to grow, if the ground is not good for it, it will either take time or it will die off. Our environment, the resources, the facilities are the things that will actually make us germinate. Very few are able to grow on hard grounds. And those are the distinctive ones that you see coming up. A very good example is Honorable Edem Admana. He's just 33 years and he's a member of parliament.
Yes.
How many of you at the age of 33 are holding important portfolios in our country? Very few. But you cannot blame some of them because at where their seed has been put at, it is difficult to germinate. Which answers the question. Our environment, when you compare this environment to other environments in other countries, their environments try to put the seeds at better places, or they put manure in the environment, in the soil, to make them germinate, making available amenities, improving the ways of life, reducing the cost of life, making things available, making the economy good enough that after a hard work, you receive a good pay. And that allows for the youth to germinate. The youth have a lot of potentials. But if you are not seated at the right place, and you yourself do not position yourself for, your potentials will be unrealized, or you grow old before they start coming up.
Yes, so for those of you who doesn't know Honorable Eric Agbana, just watch my face and go and watch his face. That reminds me, I need to call him one of these days.
Hey.
It's been a long time. I even sent him a message.
Yeah.
I think after this conversation, I will hit him up.
Yeah.
All right. So, how do you see the role of young people in governance and development shifting over the next years to come?
Yes, thank you very much. As a matter of fact, their role is increasing by ratio. Having a youthful president in the 60s, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama himself, whose head is now becoming white because he's growing. When he became president, he was in his 50s. Yes, and he's still youthful. Having our leaders that are basically also picking up. We have a lot of youth entering into positions. For instance, when you go to parliament, you'll find at least getting to 10 MPs in their 30s, including Honorable Jocelyn Tete herself. Yeah. When you go into the ministerial position, who is the youngest minister that we have right now? Honorable Dr. Frank Amakohene. 34 years.
34 years.
34 years. And
that's the Ashanti Regional
Minister. Go to the Council of State. We have a couple of 30 to 35, 36 members there, including His Excellency Gabriel Tanko Kwame Gatobe, yes, the Volta Regional Representative on the Council. Yes, and the youths are picking up. Like, if you want to ignore the function and the relevance of the youth, Nepal will end up resonating in Ghana. Do you know what happened in Nepal?
Yes, I saw the videos.
The Gen Z protests.
Yes.
The youths were totally ignored and undermined.
Yes.
And the country was turned upside down by the youths. They said, no, you cannot take our social media, which is the only thing holding us, whilst you yourself are so corrupt. They outcasted the government. The prime minister resigned. Parliament was basically dissolved because the youth were undermined. The role and the significance of the youth are rising and cannot be ignored. That was why President Mahama, at the start of his administration, splitted the Ministry of Youth and Sports to now sports being Ministry of Sports and Recreation, and then youth now being Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment, because you can no more ignore the youth.
Yeah.
They need a concentrated focus. A concentrated focus. You cannot ignore them. A number of youths are holding sensitive positions. Nooks already is led by youth. NASPA and the rest talk about the important national groups. The youths are getting the same positions. Youth Employment Authority, yes. Basintale.
Yeah. The commander-in-chief of the Green Army.
The newly appointed Director General of the National Service Authority, taking up to ensure that things are now coming back and that, over there. The National Youth Authority, Osman Ayaga himself, the youth are taking over. So you cannot ignore, as much as possible, at every level of leadership, ensure that the youths are represented there, or else they'll come and hold your neck. If possible, I think very soon we'll have a 20-year-old elected to Parliament or appointed as a minister to just give the youth that, don't worry, we are listening to you and we are ensuring that your views are represented. It's high time. About 4 years ago, there was a country, the Prime Minister was 34 years. Wow. Prime Minister was 34 years. Minister of Finance, 30s and stuff. So no one should ignore the fact that the youth don't have a voice. Like, their influence is growing and cannot be ignored. Yeah. Cannot be ignored.
Wow. So if you had the opportunity today to become a member of Parliament, what message will you have for the policymakers of Parliament?
Thank you very much. First of all, let me use this platform to clarify the role of a member of Parliament before I answer such a question. Already, people do not understand that members of Parliament are representatives. Listen to the term. They are representatives of constituents in Parliament. When you are representing someone, what do? Listen to them and go and sit there.
Yeah.
But what is happening these days? People are looking at them as take from there and come and give to us. So that reinversion of the role has to be clarified. We are not saying members of Parliament should not do developmental stuffs and those. But you see, there have been someone appointed for that role. MMDCs. CEOs of state agencies, ministers, ultimate authority is the president. To ensure development, the MP is to speak on your behalf, take decisions on your behalf, represent your interests, and for developmental issues, lobby for development in his constituency, which is what you should see them doing. So for those of you who think your MPs are not doing anything, no, they go to ministers. Honorable Minister, the road at my constituency is not good. Please come and do it for me. That is when the minister will take it and give it to Prezo. Prezo, we need to do this road. Can I put it in the budget? Yes, do it. That is what your MP does. But you see, when they are doing the projects, they will not even write the MP's name. So you think he's not doing anything. There are a lot of critical stars that the member of parliament influences in favor of constituents. So their job, the place that they are mostly seen at is parliament. When you hear them talking for you and taking the votes, all in favor say aye.
Then they say
not
aye.
in favor say nay.
Nay.
That is their job.
Okay.
And when they are doing that, they are performing their duty and representing you. So when you see them doing that, don't think that if they are not doing anything physically, like coming to inspect construction of a story building or whatsoever, it's when they are doing their job. No. It is a very difficult situation, and it is becoming so difficult to distinguish between that, because you see, already the MPs come and campaign. That when you vote for me, I'll ensure that my president does this, I'll ensure that my president does that. Do you know how the people say, or do you know how the people hear? When you vote for me, I will do this, I will do that. They have not heard what he said, that I will ensure that my president does this and that. So when they come, they just hold the neck. You say you go do this one. Why are you doing it? But the person said he will ensure his president does, which is the lobbying skill. So please, let's get that accurate now. The MP is to represent. Do you know the job in parliament? Let me tell you. When they come, first of all, they are met with minutes of the previous sitting. Could be 30 to 100 pages. Then after that, papers. If there are loan agreements, he has to read through. If it is a bill, he has to read through the bill. Then he goes to the next item. This thing is coming. He wants to move this question or ask the minister this question. He has to file the question to the speaker to first accept before it goes to the clerks to now put down, and then the business committee now schedules the question. A lot of procedures are over there. So for him to do what he's going through a lot.
So you cannot just wake up, come to parliament and ask any question.
No. They don't just wake up and go to parliament and ask questions. No. It's a full procedure that has to be followed.
There is this, I was watching, this one I want to talk about it because I think that day I watched it myself on tele, where Honorable Eric Agbana raised an issue concerning our rent system in Ghana. And so he debated, is it debate?
Oh, it was a statement he read. I think I do remember.
A statement, right?
And that statement was first approved by Mr. Speaker and scheduled before he read it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so such statement have to...
Yes.
Okay.
You have to submit it to Mr. Speaker. He will read through. The content is okay. Okay. The clerk, you can put it down for business committee to consider when it should be done.
Okay.
So the only time that they speak extempo is debate.
Okay.
When they are coming to debate, for debate, you are not to draft. It's just points that you write. You have to speak extempo. So for that one, even that one, before you speak, the leader has to indicate that Honorable Eden Potosu will be speaking on what? Education. Mr. Speaker, when we get there, call him. It is only on very few cases that maybe they don't have anyone to speak. Then you stand up. Yes, Honorable, it has been a long time you spoke. Please rise and speak.
There is this issue of constituents blaming their MPs for not speaking in parliament.
They don't know what goes on there. They don't know. They don't know. See, let me just give you the reason why that procedure is relevant. How many are we here? We are just, we are no more than 10, right?
Yeah.
If all of us are given 1 hour to speak, how many hours we'll end up spending like 10 hours,
10
right?
hours, yes.
Now, a chamber of 276 people, just give each of them just 5 minutes. So 5 minutes can force 2 minutes to speak. Do you know how many hours we spend there? Unbearable. That is why these procedures are there.
Okay.
And you see, if the MP is not getting an opportunity to speak, then he is being forced to do something in the constitution so that it not be like he's not doing anything. When he is speaking at committee meetings where the real job of parliament is done, most of them are not recorded.
Yeah.
You will not also see the minutes. And he cannot also do a video of himself if the meeting has to be in camera. So please, our people, it is not so. It is not so. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the education you are giving us today. In fact, I've learned so much. Now, when I'm watching TV or I'm watching parliamentary proceedings, I'll better off understand some of the stuff than before. Yes, so thank you so much.
And also to add, just to add, there are a couple of people who can speak at any point in time. They are the leaders, especially the majority and the minority. For them, most of the things that they end up saying wouldn't be scripted or go through because they are the ones who are really moderating what happens. The speaker only presides. So apart from them, if your MP is not a leader, he will only speak at when he is called to speak.
Okay.
Thank you.
How about is he chief whip or?
Yes, the whips are part. The leaders are the leader of the caucus, which is the majority or minority, the deputy leader, the majority or minority chief whip, and the 2 deputies, and the deputy speakers. These are the leaders of the house. And it is only those people who can speak at any point in time they want or they like. Yes. Those are the people.
Well, the only time I watched parliamentary proceedings intensively was during the change of government after the 2024 election. That was the only time I watched it, and then I feel like, no, this is so much work.
Yeah.
This is so much work.
So much work.
So much work. All right, so what is the long-term vision for Youth Impact Parliament?
Thank you so much. That is a beautiful question, I must say. Youth Impact Parliament has come to stay. In August 2025, we inaugurated our 5th parliament. And that is not going to be the last parliament. It's going to continue.
Not to cut you short.
Yeah.
If you say 5th parliament, I've been hearing 4th parliament, 3rd parliament of what I don't understand. What does it mean?
Thank you very much. I'll first clarify from Parliament of Ghana, then I'll come to Youth Impact Parliament. Right. Parliament has a calendar. And the calendar, first of all, when a parliament is inaugurated, their tenure is 4 years. From the 6th of January in the succeeding year after the general election, from the 7th of January of the succeeding year after the general election to the 6th of January of in the next 4 years.
Okay.
So taking for instance, the 8th parliament started on the 7th of January 2021, whilst elections was held on 7th of December 2020.
Okay.
Their tenure ended at midnight 6th of January 2025. Exactly 4 years.
Okay.
Go to heaven and come. Whether you like it or not, that day, it must be dissolved. Even if they don't hold the sitting, it automatically stands dissolved. Automatically, because by 7th January at midnight, the new parliament must convene. If they cannot sit, they'll use Google Meet or Zoom. It is a compulsory of a thing that must happen in Parliament of Ghana. Now, you see, it is 4 years, right?
Yes.
Each of the years are called sections.
Sections, okay.
So they'll say 8th Parliament, 3rd session. That means they are in their 3rd year in the Parliament.
Okay.
9th Parliament, 1st session. They are in their 1st year of their tenure. So the sessions represent the years.
Okay.
Now, in the sessions, they have meetings, and there are 3 meetings in every session.
Okay.
There are 3 meetings in every session with just 1 month in between them for their recess, which is the parliamentary breaks.
Okay.
A session is usually 3 months. January to March, April is break, May, June, July,
Okay.
August is break, then they come September, October, November. Then by December, ending of December, they go on break again
Okay.
for the Christmas break. So each of the meetings are where we are getting close to the grassroots of the calendar.
Okay.
So there are 3 meetings in every session.
Yeah.
Now, any day they sit in a meeting is called a sitting of parliament.
Okay.
Any day they sit. So if you hear 35th sitting, it means that's the 35th time they are sitting in that meeting.
Okay.
In that meeting.
Wow.
The sittings are per day. So that is how the parliamentary calendar is for Parliament of Ghana. Coming to Youth Impact Parliament, our parliament is just 1 year, from August to August. Every August, we dissolve and we form a new one. And we have 2 sessions. The first session is from August to December. Second is from January to the next August. That's how we do it. And then we don't have meetings. From the sessions, we go straight to sittings. And in every parliament, we sit not less than 13 times. We sit once every month.
Okay.
So once every month, there are 12 months, right?
Yes.
Making 12.
Yes.
But the day we dissolve the house becomes the 13th sitting. Because that same day, we form a new house. That is why we sit 13 times. So that is our calendar. That's the calendar.
Now let's go back to the long-term vision.
Yes, the long-term vision of Youth Impact Parliament is simple. The parliament must continue to exist. It must become a strong institution that must have its own amenities. Therefore, for now, we are managing the available resources, but we are hoping that a time will come, we'll get land and build our own chamber with office complex on it.
Okay.
That is our long-term plan, because the parliament must continue to exist. Hook or crook, it must continue. Whether I'm there or not, Youth Impact Parliament must continue. So the long-term plan is sustainability and having our own office complex and chamber. And inshallah, it will happen.
It will happen.
It will happen.
It will happen. So are there plans to collaborate with schools, universities, which you are doing, but internationally? Are there plans?
Yes, thank you very much for also acknowledging that we have also established the YIP Campus Club. The YIP Campus Club, as I stated, Youth Impact Parliament is nationalistic, which means there is only one parliament, and we have the Senate too, bicameral. So we will not have a regional parliament or district parliament, but we can go to any school as per collaboration and hold a sitting there. Now, internationally, Youth Impact Parliament has 5 chapters, Ghana being the main chapter. We formed the Uganda chapter.
Okay.
We formed the India chapter. We formed the Namibia chapter. And this year, we formed the Kenyan chapter. And all of them have their speakers of parliament. And the YIP Campus Club extends to them also. At any institution they want to hold a mock session for a student or a student group or university, they will go there and hold it and will refer to it as the YIP Campus Club. So we are available for collaborations. Institutions that want us to replicate what we are doing there or hold mock sessions, just reach to us, we'll come, and then we'll hold a session, educate them, and they go through what happens in Parliament.
All right. So what advice will you give a young person who is watching us this moment?
Thank you very much. I think I'll need some direction. Advice on what though?
On, let's say, youth in politics.
Youth in politics.
Yes. What we are talking about, actually.
Thank you so much. Youth in politics is a very important thing. Even the political parties know that you can't do away with the youth. That is why they have created TESCOM and TEIN,
Yeah.
which are the tertiary wings. And apart from that, there is a youth wing in each of the parties. NDC has its own youth wing, NPP has its own youth wing. We have youth organizers. And if you want to be in a political party, the advice is choose one political party and be in it. If you want to be cold, be cold. If you want to be hot, be hot. Because do you know what happens when you join both? It's like you, a single guy dating two women. You know what happens? They'll come and quarrel and both of them will leave you. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. If you are joining a movement for change, go and join. Or Cheddar's group, go and join. Now, even in politics, you cannot just be a foot soldier and that is it. You need something to help you stand out. That is what you do outside the political parties, of which Youth Impact Parliament is there, to help you, to build you, and add something on your curriculum. Don't just blindly be a foot soldier in a political party and think that is the end. We are strong youths, available. When it is time to appoint, they'll look at what you bring on the table.
Yes.
Apart from how hardworking he is in the party, what else does he do? What are his competencies? What are his certificates? What are his achievements? So if it's only party job that you do, anytime they call foot soldiers, blah, 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 you are there. But curriculum, nothing. Academic, nothing. Empowerment, nothing. Youth, nothing. It's just party job. They'll give you party award, which is what? Small contrast, or maybe you come and represent this and get some small money. Now, if you want to make real influence, you have to build your capacity outside the party, in addition to your input in the party. And when it is time of reckoning, where they will now choose, this guy is good for something. For instance, Honorable Frank Amakuhene, he was Nook's president before he became Ashanti Regional Secretary for the party. And then when it was time to appoint regional ministers, they presented him. The guy is not just hot regional secretary. He has achievements outside the party.
Yeah.
When you make him regional minister, you surely reap. It added up for him.
Yeah.
It added up. If he was just solely regional minister, how many regional ministers were regional secretaries? Well, for now, a lot. But in the then government, not so much or nothing at all.
Yeah, if we to talk about the voter regional minister.
Yeah, he was a regional secretary.
Yes.
He had something in addition to that, compelling for him to become.
Yeah.
So please, you have to add something to yourself. That is why you have to volunteer. Those of you who don't like volunteering, if they not pay money, you are not interested. If there's no salary allowance, you are not interested. Now we are looking for volunteers. Because if the danger of picking people who are only interested in money is that they will come and collapse the organization.
Yes. And
no one wants a bad nut. So you need to volunteer. You need to have records of volunteerism. Currently, I'm not just president of the Senate of Youth Impact Parliament or executive director of Youth Impact Parliament. I'm also the Speaker of Parliament for the Youth Government System under the International Youth Network for United Nations Resolution Council 2250. In addition to that, I volunteer in a lot of staffs. When it comes to foundation works, I'm also an advisor to one foundation. And then anytime I'm being called to volunteer, I don't look at the money. And people really look at that.
Yeah.
When you want to apply for sponsorship, outside or scholarship, they also ask, have you volunteered before? So I'll use today, if you want to be correct youth in politics, volunteerism. In fact, party work is volunteerism.
Yeah.
Party work, the reward is not reaped when you are offering your services.
Yeah.
So don't only volunteer in the party, have other volunteerism attached to yourself. Youth Impact Parliament is a voluntary organization. Call on you to come and join us. Because you need these things. It really adds up. So the youth, please, don't just only chase what money or certificates. Volunteer small and add it up to what you are doing and you reap.
All right, so don't only chase money for what you do. Volunteer small. And all right, so we want to drop the curtains on today's conversation. I want to be sure that it has been so insightful so educative and very informative. I've learned so much today, and I want to believe you also do. For you watching up to this moment, let me see a thumbs up in the comment section. Leave a comment. If you have any questions, you can always leave it in the comment section. I'm going to leave his details in the comment section for you to reach out to him for further clarification. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Very, very important, and become part of the family. On that note, I see you in the next one. Thank you.